Coming to you from the ScottieDTV You Can't Cancel Cool Road Tour 2020. And I stopped by Bradley Gray, the Blown Mafia, to shoot his semi. Because ever since I shot the Camaro, I've shot everything he owns, everybody keeps going back to, Scotty, shoot that semi. So that's what we're out here doing today. Bradley's a great guy, helps out a lot of people, and I'm always glad to see him. So anyways, let me get the camera turned around, we'll take a quick look at it. Bradley, I get requests to shoot this semi truck as much as I do anything you've got. For all the cool stuff you have, it's the big red truck everybody wants to see now.
Yeah, right. Huh?
Tell me a little bit about it.
It's a 96 Kenworth. It's a W900 L. It's got a cat in it. It's a 706 horsepower cat. And basically it's stretched out to 320-inch wheelbase. That's kind of like the big thing with that truck. Rides good, drives good, and gets the cars where we need to be.
Now that engine, was that the engine that came in it?
Yes. Yeah, okay. Well, it was, but I put a tune in the ECM. You know, being a diesel mechanic kind of comes second nature. So right. The actual tune is an Australian code. So, yeah, kind of passes by all the emissions. That's
and then stretching it, what kind of a job is stretching it?
Basically stretching the frame. You have to double rail the frame, and then it's just a point of what do you want to put in it. Now with that truck, I put just a section of drive shaft in it, which was 5 feet.
Holy cow!
Is what I put in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Double framed it, 4 feet on each side of the cut. And off we go.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
and what advantage is that besides looking cool?
There's no real advantage other than just it rides better, and that's why I did it. It's just because to get the look that's what I was after, and I like custom trucks, you know.
Oh yeah, you like custom everything. So do you have to take the cab off to do that, or is it all done behind the cab?
No, it's done behind the cab.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. There's so many variables and so many different ways to do them, but you kind of do it the way you want to do it, you know. There's a right way and there's a wrong way though.
Right, yeah. Sure enough, yeah, I would think, yeah.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to do the wrong way on something that hauls that kind of weight.
No.
And you, how many miles do you think you got on it?
Well, I mean, the truck's got over 1 million, but shoot, since I've had it, that truck's been like that for what, 10 years, 10, 11 years. I don't know, Scotty, I probably got 60,000 on it, something like that. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's in a life of ease at this point. Yeah, it's
It looks cool, but it still gets the job done.
Absolutely.
And so, did you tear it all apart and paint it red?
Yes. Yeah, that truck was originally orange.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there's all of the stainless panels under the cab and all the sleeper and all that's one-off stuff. Oh. There's a lot of one-off on the truck. Stuff that I made or had made and people helped me make, just a lot of things,
With cars, wheels and tires are always a big question. What size tires and wheels? Is it normal or is it something different?
No, they're actually normal. They're 24/5, but I run low pro rubber. Okay. So yeah, but it's a 24/5 wheel. A lot of guys, you see them when they get really, really low, they'll put like 22s, 5s on them. It is what it is, man. But in the trucking world, 24/5, that's a truck.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And I like them big stacks.
Yeah, 8-inch pipes, 8-inch Lincoln pipes is what we put on it. They've done just a fabulous job. Right. I lucked up on the size of the box, the battery box, to be able to run the picket elbows, the elbows that drop way down to the ground. Okay. Yeah. We got 40-inch boxes on it. Some of the trucks have bigger boxes, which kind of make that difficult to do. But yeah, the truck just worked out for me, And
have you always been a Kenworth fan?
My father, he was owner operator all his life, obviously all my life, and that's what he had, for the majority of that time was Kenworth's A model, right. Old A model Kenworth. So yeah, and I wouldn't say that Peterbilt has got a good truck, and I would definitely own one. I have owned one, and I had a choice to make at one time between two. I had 2 rigs at one time hauling cars, show cars, and I made the pick between the Kenworth. I don't know if it was the best one, but it works good for me.
Right.
Got no issues.
And what about the interior? Is that custom?
Yeah. The interior is it's got what they call a Seattle package. There's a company out of Seattle, Washington, that makes certain components for the interior over and above what you would get from like the factory, off the line. So we did that. I did the color change because originally it was gray, so I went with the red. I pulled everything apart, gutted it, and painted all the plastics and the metal dash and what have you. And then the door panels are completely one-off. The door panels are one-off stuff, Yeah, we made that. So.
How long did it take you to do all this?
3 stages, probably. I'm going to say around 2-3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's been like that right there for at least 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
since I've known you.
Yeah.
And you were right there at the beginning when I got started.
Mhm.
What about the trailer?
Trailers, it's a Liberty. It's a stacker. I actually traded some stuff for the trailer. Traded a damn nice Ford dually crew cab and a 48-foot gooseneck trailer just for that trailer.
Holy son.
Yeah, I needed it. You
That's
know
a
what I mean?
$5 trailer, I guess.
It was.
Yeah.
You know, it's yeah, man. It's like anything else in the world. You know, you get what you pay for, but sometimes you just have to sacrifice certain things to get what you need. You know.
And it doesn't have a gooseneck on it. Am I saying that right?
It does have it's a gooseneck trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a fifth wheel.
Fifth wheel, that's right. Okay.
Right. It's a gooseneck, and which works out great for me. No issues with that. Got a little living quarters in the front. I wouldn't say living. I'd say more of a lounge, air conditioning, you know, that type of thing. The trailer will haul 4 cars. Generally, I only have 2 in it. Sometimes I'll put the dragster up top, which is, you know, pretty easy. But I have had 4 cars in it at one time.
You take the pickup truck in it?
No, that's the big thing with that. The reason I stopped hauling 4 cars is with the injectors. You know how I do all the engines all high and all that crap. I have to pull those off in order to put it upstairs. So in the advent of the turbos, it got to where it was just too much of a headache. So I stopped hauling the Camaro. The Camaro used to always go upstairs every time it went. But yeah, with the advent of the turbos, it just became too much of a pain. So just haul 2 downstairs, put the dragster upstairs. Now I can do like a door car or, you know, anything like that upstairs. But as long as you don't get, like, I don't want to say stupid, but crazy with the engine like I do, you know, yeah.
As long as the engine is 8 foot tall,
Exactly.
right?
You
Or
know,
over the roof.
4'9"
Right.
is what I have upstairs.
I
So
gotcha.
yeah, the cars will fit fine. The engine's not so much.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotcha. No, it's a cool
So-
truck, and like I said, for everything that we've shot of yours has all been done well. But the one thing we couldn't get to and we tried, we just
did.
couldn't get it worked out, and today we're able to do it. But
Yeah.
is that big red truck? Everybody sees it going up and down the interstate, and they all want to know what's inside and what all them switches do and all kinds of things.
That's
you know?
half the fun for me is getting there and coming home, you know,
Right.
riding in the rig. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's just a good time. I'm not a driver, you know, I work on them. That's what I do. But I enjoy getting out and doing that, you know.
Okay.
And I know where, you know, I respect all drivers, man. That's what keeps the world moving, truck driver.
No doubt about it. It's how we get everything we get.
There ain't nothing in this world you do that a truck driver did not bring at some point.
Right.
From the road you're driving on to the food you're putting in your belly.
And when I was growing up, I always thought driving a semi-truck around for your everyday daily would be cool. You know, the older I got, I figured out, no, not so much. But,
Yeah.
you know, I've always been a fan of them, and I love these custom ones. And, yeah, it's a good-looking truck. Anything else I'm missing about it?
The custom truck world is really big. I mean, it's an interesting world, and I want to tell you right now, some of these guys think they got show cars, nice cars. Man, you see some of these rigs and what they do to these rigs. Yeah, they don't even hold a candle. I don't. As far as the rig goes, there's a lot of custom touches on the thing. It's more of a visual situation. You know what I mean? We could walk around for hours and I could point out stuff that's one-off. But the guys that are looking at it, that are familiar with rigs, they're gonna spot it right off. You know,
Right.
the panels in behind the stacks, so you can't see in, you know, behind the frame,
Right.
behind the exhaust pipes. That's, you know, one-off stuff there. Just little tricks.
Details.
Exactly. Dropping the step, you know, to give the truck a little lower stance.
Right.
That type thing. And that's what it is. It's details. Yeah.
How many gears is it?
No, it's a straight 10.
10.
Yeah, and what I did was, the reason I did that, and I had a 13 in it, the reason I took it out is because I wanted everybody and anybody to be able to drive this truck. And it is just that simple to drive. There's no splitting gears, there's nothing like that. The double stick, that's my high and low range, you know. So basically you go through the low side, you push the stick forward, you go through the high side and repeat.
Right.
But anybody has driven that truck. It's a registered RV. That's not a commercial vehicle.
Right.
It says on the title, registered RV. So
You wouldn't suspect that. It looks like a semi-truck.
I have gotten pulled over one time
Right.
with that, and it was in Oklahoma coming from New Mexico for show, and a state trooper pulled me over and just wanted to kind of figure out why I blew the weigh station, because weigh stations, I don't stop. I just keep going. Nobody's ever. That's the first time, and it happened this February. So And once I told them, I said, this is my personal deal, and these are my cars, and this is what I'm doing. I said, okay, have a nice day. Nice truck. And that's it, man.
Oh, you can't beat that.
No issues.
He probably just wanted to pull over and just check it out anyhow.
I mean, it was fun. It was fun. I pick up troopers just off the trailer. They see the Blown Mafia and they see the Facebook emblem.
Right.
And I'll give messages, on Facebook, nice rig, you went by the way station, so on and so forth,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, brother, again, I appreciate you giving me time to look at it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We had a blast, didn't we?
Yeah, it was great. Always is. I always enjoy my time hanging out with you.
All right.
So there you go, from the ScottieDTV You Can't Cancel Cool Road Tour 2020. Bradley Gray's big red truck. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. See ya!
Hey y'all, make sure you subscribe to this channel and visit ScottieDTV.com for an easy way to search the hundreds of videos I have posted. Either click the link in the description or the one at the end of this video.